Good morning to you all. Tá druk I'm sure in you. It's dirty wet day out there today. Tá sé curbáiste agus tá sé fúr. It's raining and it's cold. Anyhow, I'm working at the moment on a set of chairs, and if I just pop this guy up here, it's a set of chairs that I'm making dining suite, and it's made from reclaimed timber. You see the front two legs there splayed at an angle of 5 degrees. It's also splayed outwards here. The leg is going out at 5 degrees as well, and that's what means it's called compound cut. So that's the top of the chair, or the seat of the chair I should say, and there's jointing there at the back that we'll come to later date. So what I'm working on at the moment is this guy, where I go for a stretcher rail, and the stretcher rail goes from a rectangular section there to a circular section on the bottom. So it's a transition piece, and it's just a design feature, this particular chair. Now for anybody that doesn't know it, just very quickly, it's what's called a tomb chair. Now I've made these before and I've repaired them as well. I'll talk about that more later on. So I'm using the lathe to actually help me to go from square to round, and as you've seen before Christmas there, I have my new wadkin in play here. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do, if there's a piece ready to go here, I've got a limit here on it, which is 3 3/4 inches down in old money, and I'm going to go taper from there down. So the first thing I'm going to do there is I work with the rough and out gouge there. I normally would use the light there, but it's affecting the camera, so I'm going to leave it off for the moment. So I have everything secured there, making sure it's spinning before I turn it on. Now one thing I suppose I should do, and I will do more videos on machine use, because it's hugely important from the point of view of safety. And all I'd say in that is everybody's responsible for their own safety. So I'm not in any way here telling people how to do something. It's not an instruction video. It's merely just for leisure and pleasure. So I'm going to turn on my lathe, and I'm going to use the rough and out gauge there. This is a Hamlet, and it has a parabola shape there on the bottom of it, which it's a wide open mouth on it, so it'll remove the material into the centre. So I'll offer that up to the piece, and I'll take that out. I don't go too fast with it simply on this to take the meat off too fast, because the wood is very soft. If it was a hardwood, I could work it a bit more. Anyway, so I'm just coming back there, offering the tool up to the wood, and I need to finish with a diameter of 20 mil over here. So in order to do that, I have my caliper set at 20, and I have the carton tool there like that. Now I'm just going to work it backwards. I normally work the other way, but I'm just going to check that there. Oh, and actually right first time, that's pure luck. Okay, so that's 20 mil. I'll go back to my rough and out gouge, and I'll just fit back along there. Now the thing about when you're using machines, you always need to know what the end result is going to be before you start. That's the beauty of machines. And when before you turn on a machine, it's also important to know how it's going to react before you turn it on, so you can anticipate what's going to happen when you do turn it on. So in this case, I'm going to be looking for a tapered line at the back side of this here, the shadow side of it here at the outside. So I don't look down here, I look at the top edge. So I'll work it back there nice and gently. I have my final size down here. I'll just take my time and go back here. I'm going to swap onto a different chisel now in a minute. I'm just taking the high corners off here, so we can trip along like that there, nice and gently. Because the wood is soft, I have to be gentle with the edges that they don't break in any case. So when you're going from rectangle to circular, or square to circular in the same piece, that's what's called a transition. So you're transitioning from square to round, or square to ellipse, or whatever the case may be. So I'll just keep an eye on the piece, so I'm not looking at the camera for the moment. I'm just going to take off the sharp edges up here. Now you notice the angle of the tool there going across there, so I'm just giving a slicing action as best I can. I'm just going to kiss it, literally just kissing the surface here to take off the sharp corners. Now in order for me, you can work it all and take it all down with the actual rough and out gouge, but this is skew chisel. Skew chisel is effectively a hand plane for a lathe. So that's effectively what it is. So I'm going to put that up there to it, and I'm going to use that then, and I'm constantly looking at the back edge here, And I want to get a nice line there and staying back from the skew there just so the camera can pick up. And I'm all the time, while I'm going down here, I'm looking at that point there. So you've good concentration, hand-eye coordination, and you're looking for a nice clean result there without taking the little spigot down there down too far. You don't want that getting smaller than 20 mil. Now I'm almost there with that. I might take a little bit, just a small little thing with the skew there. With the skew you're using the cutting point approximately there, up about 1/3, between 1/3 and a half. So the tool won't give a kickback or it won't snatch. So I'm very, very happy using a skew chisel to get these shapes. Now, I'm happy with that there. I'll knock off my lathe. And I have a brake on this one here. Fantastic, the Wadkin lathe. So that's the piece I have there now, squared around. There's a few nail holes in that there that I'll have to fill in. But that's all to add authenticity to the piece, simply because I'm making something from a roof truss and it's going to end up as a dining suite. Oh, this is what we had. This is one we did earlier, as they say. So that's the section I had there, and it's 23 mil thick, it's 38 mil wide, and then we're down to a circular finish there of 20 mil. So I'll finish these with the spoke shave. I'll finish them by hand, just to give it that hand finish, so I can get the line there perfectly straight. I could do it exactly and get it properly finished on the lathe as well, but when you're doing hand finished furniture, you just get that nicer finish. It's nice to get that nice finish off the spoke shave. But anyway, there you go. It's a fast way. It's mixing the old with the new, using hand skill and using the machine to take it down as well. So that's just open off that guy there, and I can take back the tailstock there, and that's the piece completed there. And I have a nice line down along that there. Very easy to get the shape on it here then, just to get a nice tapered. I'll get a triangular shape down along here, and it'll end as a circle on the bottom. So, Sinna will go full. That's it for the moment. Tasula go makeshift go imagine. I hope you're all doing good this morning. Tug to buggy, take it easy, and slán go full. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.